Hello, this is Mrs. Patterson's Homework Help, Chapter 8, Lesson 3 for Math. And we're delving into fractions now, and which is kind of fun and exciting. I love fractions. And don't be worried about fractions. Fractions are easy. You've been learning fractions since you were little. Before you even went to kindergarten, you dealt with fractions. So don't get intimidated by it. Just open up your mind, listen to what I have to say, and realize that fractions are cool. All right, so today we're going to look at whether or not fractions are equivalent or not. And that can get kind of tricky for some kids. Don't freak out about it, because we do have fraction manipulatives at school, and we are going to probably print out things for you to help you to compare. Today I have a fraction strip or sheet that I printed up that has all the fractions on it up to 12, and that way I can kind of color in with a dry erase marker and see whether or not they're equivalent or not. That's how we're going to start out this lesson. So they have, they go through whether or not 1/2 is the same as 3/6, or is it equivalent. And they use a model like this that's similar to what I have here, or they actually use a number line from 0 to 1, that's a whole and that's a whole, and to look at 1/2 and 3/6 to see whether or not they are equal, and they happen to be. Yes, they are equal. But let's go ahead and go into the questions that we have here, and I'll show you the strategy of looking at a model to see whether or not they are equivalent. So I have 3/5, so I'm going to color in 3/5 here. This one here, this one, and this one. So that's 3/5, and it stops right there. Okay. And the next number is 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that ends there. Are these equivalent? Well, we can look right here and see that no, the red goes much further. They are not equivalent because the 6/8 is larger. So you would say no, it's not equivalent. Okay. Okay, let's see what other problems they have. Now for these questions here, they want you to come up with 2 equivalent fractions for these here. So let's do that. First of all, this is 1/3, so let's find 1/3. Okay, and you can use a piece of paper, a straight line, anything that you have handy dandy. Sometimes it's good to have something colored, but I just have a piece of paper here. And what numbers seem to line up? Now don't turn your paper sideways or you're going to get the wrong amount here. Oh, okay. It looks like 2/6 is equivalent. So I could say that 2/6 is the same as 1/3. And 3/9 is equal to 1/3. Okay? It will take some care to make sure that you're making sure that you're comparing down the line to make sure that that is an accurate representation, but all those fractions are this equivalent. They just have different names in the fraction world. Okay? Alrighty, answer the next 2 questions. And the bonus question today is, give me an equivalent fraction for 1/4.